I'm Bradley.
And I'm Brendan.
And on today's episode of Story Proof, we are going to be talking about a list that the New York Times did of the top 100 films of the 21st century.
Yeah, so this was a list that was released recently. It's kind of in the same vein as those old AFI lists of like 100 years, 100 movies, that kind of thing. Basically, what the New York Times did was it surveyed like over 500 like working professionals in the industry, writers, directors, actors, stuff like that, and they ranked their top 10 favorite films of the 21st century, and then based on how many of those particular movies were chosen, they ranked the top 100. So we're going to kind of just go through the list a little bit.
This is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode. I'm sorry. It's my fault. I super injured myself and am having trouble sitting upright in a chair right now with our regularly scheduled program. So we're just going to go through this list. I will say that there are not any like repeats. So it's not like all three Lord of the Rings movies, all three of the original Star Wars. It was just pick like one from a franchise, basically. We're also not really going to talk about ones that we haven't seen or heard of because there are a number of them. I think you said you had seen 50 movies on this list.
So the cool thing about this list was if you could go onto the app or the website or something like that, they had these check boxes underneath each entry where you could keep track of, have you seen it or do you want to see it? So I was going through and clicking. I've seen 50 of these movies. I know you were kind of looking through
slightly
the list.
Less. I've seen 29.
Which, to be fair, a lot of these are more like independent or like art house sort of films. They're not generally the kind of things that like people go to see.
Yeah.
There are some like really like popular movies on here. There are a lot of well-known movies on here. And then there's a lot of sort of the quote-unquote Oscar movie, the ones that go for the awards and everything
Fucking
else.
La La Land. Of course that piece of shit movie's on this list. Fucking bullshit list. Number 1 on this list should have been Two Towers. Number 2 on this list should have been Return of the King. Number 3 on this list should have been Fellowship of the Ring. Thank you for your time. But yeah, it's a pretty good list. There are a number of movies on here that surprised me. There was one earlier that I was like, really? And you were like, fuck, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, yeah, okay, fair. But yeah, we're just going to go down the list and ones that we did see, talk about it just kind of real fast, sort of bullet point, what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it. Ones that we haven't seen, we're not really going to talk about. Otherwise, you guys are going to hear a lot of, I don't know about that one. Okay, cool, next. Yeah. And that seems boring.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit boring. What do you think? You want to start sort of at the bottom at 100, or you want to? I know your list starts at the top.
Yeah, mine starts at the top, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really start getting into like I've seen it until like 60 plus.
I think it probably would be good to at least like list out the top 10 according to everything, just to kind of give it. So the number 1 movie is Bong Joon-ho's Parasite. Won Best Picture back in 2019, 2020, and I have not seen it.
I haven't seen it. Heard good things.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
It's on my list of things to actually watch. Number 2 is Mulholland Drive. Again, haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Lynch is one of those directors whom I appreciate and respect. I have not seen a lot of his movies.
Yeah.
There Will Be Blood is number 3, which really good movie.
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces, but I haven't seen all of it.
Yeah, everybody knows the like 3 different scenes from that movie. And
I Drink Your Milkshake.
Yeah,
definitely number 1.
There's the penance scene where Daniel Day-Lewis is on his knees and Paul Dano's like praying over him.
So you said 3 scenes. I think you might be overestimating the number of scenes people who haven't seen that are aware of.
Yeah.
Because the only 2 I know of is that.
Milkshake.
Yeah, I Drink Your Milkshake, and then there's the one of him on the ground, like crawling when his body's all broken and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we get In the Mood for Love. Had had never heard of this one. And then we do have Moonlight.
Moonlight.
I
I've
like
seen
pretty
it.
infamous for the Oscars.
Yeah, the famous Oscar mix up between Moonlight and La La Land. Moonlight is a very good movie. I have seen it.
Good cast.
Yeah. Um, and then number 6.
Thank God, one I've actually fucking seen.
This is No Country for Old Men.
Woo!
Very, very good movie.
Very good. This is another one of those that I think a lot of people know clips of, have seen images of, but I don't know how many. I feel like I don't really know a whole lot of people that have actually watched the movie.
Yeah.
But it's good. Very suspenseful. Really good writing, good characters, good story. It's a good ass movie.
That coin flip scene with the guy in the
little shop
at the gas station or whatever. Yeah,
it's really good.
It's amazing. I see that clip like once a week or so online, and I just have to watch it. It's so good. Number 7 is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Another one I've seen.
I have not seen this one.
Really?
I have not.
Unique concept for a movie. It's a very. Do you know what it's about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They were a couple who broke up, and then they go to a company to like get their memories wiped.
Yeah,
of each other.
Yes, they're memories of each other that they get wiped, and then there's this kind of beautiful, bittersweet thing because even before that, they know that they love each other.
Yeah.
It's just that them being together doesn't work.
Yeah.
But then the whole fucking movie is them falling in love with each other again. So you're like, well, shit. It's such a bittersweet thing.
That's one that has been on my list for a long time of things I need to see, and I just have not gotten around to it. And I
don't know if you'll like it. Hard to say.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
It's interesting. I like Jim Carrey. I like Kate Winslet.
And Kate Winslet with the blue hair, fuck yeah, she looks awesome in this. And it's good. Most of the movie is them.
Yeah.
It's just the two of them.
Yeah.
It's a very cute one. And then number 8, I've actually seen. First fucking horror movie on the list.
Yeah, Get Out, Jordan Peele's debut film as a director.
Yep.
Get Out's also very good. Like, obviously, it's in the top 10 of this list for a reason.
It is my third favorite Peele movie, though.
I get that. I have not seen Nope yet. So
Dude, my mom loves Nope. My mom has watched 3 horror movies in her life, and I have made her watch all of them. And she watches Nope, and she's like, this isn't a horror movie. I'm like, it literally is an alien eating people. And she's like, nah, it's fine. Okay. They do kill Keith David, which bothers me. My boy.
Spoilers.
They kill my boy. Well, he dies in the first 2 fucking minutes.
Okay.
Like shit.
It is on my list of things to watch, but Get Out is really
Get Out,
fantastic.
I will say the suspenseful tone of it, where especially, I hate that now so many people are going to know going in what it is, but if you don't, because when I watched it, I didn't know. Dude.
Yeah, the big twist is really like one of those. It's one of those like the Sixth Sense or something like that, where if you know it going in, it changes the experience of watching the movie.
Yeah.
So
good shit.
Yeah.
The next one bothers me a little bit because I am a giant fucking Miyazaki fan, and son of a bitch, Spirited Away is one of the only ones I haven't seen.
How is this the one?
I don't know. This one and fucking Kiki's Delivery Service are like the 2.
I can't say much. This is one of 2 Miyazaki films I've actually ever watched.
Oh, okay. See,
so
is it this and My Neighbor Totoro?
No.
Was it Ponyo?
Yeah.
Well, so we talked about it somewhat recently.
Yeah, I saw Ponyo. I don't remember what the context was.
Ponyo.
But I think it was just my curiosity of Liam Neeson.
Fair.
So.
See, I always think he's in Howl's Moving Castle, but I think that one's Christian Bale.
I believe so.
Yeah. You know who does a great voice for the English cast in Princess Mononoke? Fucking Billy Bob Thornton. God, I love that movie so much. That one, dude, that is like the most Miyazaki film of them all. Princess Mononoke is best. Top tier.
Having only seen Spirited Away and Ponyo, Spirited Away is my favorite. So
that's fair.
But Spirited
very
Away
good
is
things.
also like a phenomenal
10 is one I've heard of. You told me to watch. I've just never done it yet.
And
The Social Network.
The Social Network is so freaking good. It is so freaking good. Um, I mean, I already know that you would probably enjoy it just because Aaron Sorkin wrote it.
Yeah,
So
and I love Jesse Eisenberg.
yeah, Jesse Eisenberg.
I remember when Jesse Eisenberg did his like first one or two movies. I remember at one point in time you being like, you know what? When I first saw Jesse Eisenberg, I thought it was gonna be like he's a poor man's Michael Cera, but now I kind of think it's the other way around.
Yeah.
And I was like, and now, even now I'm like, fair.
Yeah. Because Michael Cera was so big in like the mid 2000s.
Yeah,
and Jesse Eisenberg gave off that same kind of energy in his first couple roles where I saw him, but then you get him into like The Social Network, and it's just something entirely different.
yeah. I love his snarkiness.
So yeah, The Social Network is phenomenal. You will have to watch it sometime because
I am down.
It's so good.
So that's top 10. So from here, we're just going to talk about ones that we've seen. And I'm going to be real honest. From here pretty much to fucking 25, I've only seen like 2 of these. But number 11 is one that I've seen. Is Mad Max Fury Road.
See, I have not seen all of it. I have seen a good chunk of it, but I have not seen it all the way through.
I'm going to be real honest with you, bud. I hated this movie the first time I watched it so much that when we left, people were like booing me. Because they're like, they loved it. I saw this with a group of people.
Like, how could you walk out of this movie?
Bro, the whole fucking movie is they go from point A to point B and then back to point A. They got to point B, turned around, and came back. Whoa.
My understanding is that that's the Mad Max franchise.
Yeah, but I will say upon rewatching, I'm like, nah, this movie fucking hits. I mean, there's a dude with a fucking flamethrower, electric guitar. How do you not have a good... That's the thing, is it's not... The writing is fine. The characters are fine. The story is fine. The spectacle is what you're there for.
Yeah.
You want to see the guys with the fucking spray paint chrome screaming about witness me and blowing themselves up. And you're like, fuck yeah, I'm here for this. I mean, there are dudes with, flamethrower guitars and like chainsaw body parts. And you're just like, all right, cool. I'm also a big fan of Tom Hardy. He's like top 3 actors for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm out until number 14.
Yeah, I have seen. I've spoken a bit about how I try to watch the like Best Picture nominees every year for the Oscars. So I have seen The Zone of Interest, which is number 12. This was nominated for several awards, including Best Picture, just a couple of years ago. Now, it's very good. It's very haunting because it's a World War II movie about a German family who runs a concentration camp. But
wow, sounds like such a fun time.
But you never see the concentration camp. It's only just focusing on these people's lives in their household. And the thing that really gets you is the sound design, because like none of the focus is on the walls across from the house where the camp is.
Interesting.
Like,
I'm a little annoyed at you at how interested I am in this now.
Like,
that actually sounds pretty fucking cool.
It's a phenomenal film. It's not the easiest watch.
Yeah.
But very, very good film.
I'll have to keep track of that one.
The next one that I have is also the next one that you've seen, which is Inglourious Basterds.
You said this is your favorite Tarantino?
It is my favorite Tarantino film.
So I will say Tarantino is... God, I don't know if my favorite director, but he's like top 3.
Yeah.
I will say Django is my favorite Tarantino.
Yeah.
But I would say Inglourious Basterds is a better film.
Yeah.
I just would.
Yeah, this is my favorite Tarantino film. I think it is probably his best writing.
I just recently rewatched a clip of... I had seen it before. Have you ever heard the thing about him in an interview talking about when he decided to kill Hitler in the movie?
No, I've not.
So he was coming up with the plan of how the bastards were going to go through everything in the movie, and he's like, every way that I looked at it, I'm like, this is too good. This could work. Like, he's like, fuck, what am I going to do? They can't kill Hitler. And then finally he's like, fuck it. Just kill him. Just just kill Hitler. I don't give a shit. And then he's like, what he did is he wrote just fucking kill him on a note before he went to bed that night. And he's like, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to see this and either think this is the worst idea I've ever had or absolutely let's do it. He woke up and he's like, fuck yeah, that's a great fucking plan.
And thus the alternative history side of Tarantino's writing was born, which he would also go on to do in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I was going to say, and especially watching that one, because we watched that one pretty recently.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, he does that. He does just kind of rewrite it the way that I guess he wants it to happen or wanted it to happen. But I just love the idea of him being like, this plan is too good. This is going to work. They can't kill him. I mean, or...
Do I want to be true to history or do I want to just do what I want for the sake of story?
Yeah, that's fair. Have you seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
I have not. It's one of those blind spots that I know I need to watch.
It is very enjoyable. I know you and I love Kung Fu movies. I fucking love this shit. This one, to me, had the best fight choreography up until Hero with Jet Li. That one, I think, is just better.
Yeah.
But as far as, like, characters and story and writing, no. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, I think, is just all cylinders. Absolutely excellent film. It is well regarded for a reason, and if you haven't watched it, you should watch it.
Like, we do have Zodiac next.
I saw a little bit of it way back when, but not enough to even remember.
It's probably up there in terms of my favorite Fincher movies. It's not going to top Social Network, but Zodiac is good.
Heard very good things.
Seven's up there too.
I do like
Zodiac is about the Zodiac killer, like the trying to figure out who the Zodiac killer was during the time. It's based on the true story of the writers at the newspaper that he would write messages to and taunt and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This was Robert Downey Jr. right before Iron Man, so in the midst of his comeback tour, and then Jake Gyllenhaal and Mark Ruffalo.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, really good movie. Watch it. Brian Cox is in it for about 10 minutes.
Damn. So you're gonna say all of it.
Yeah.
Heard good things. The next one, Wolf of Wall Street. Man, it took me like 8 tries to actually finish this movie. I don't know why. I never could finish it. I'd watch it and I'm like, this is enjoyable. I don't dislike this. I just don't find myself actively wanting to watch it.
Yeah, it's a very good movie. Like, Martin Scorsese is one of those guys. Like, he is a great filmmaker. He's made a lot of really good, really important films. His interest is in the seedier sides of life, the corruption that comes with being human and gaining power and having power and everything else like that. And that can be interesting. It just isn't interesting to me a lot of the times. Like, there are some Scorsese movies I absolutely love. I love The Departed. I love Raging Bull. It's too much excess.
Yeah.
And I just can't do it.
I do love the scene where his dad comes in. He's like, $20,000 meal. Yeah, we got appetizer. $20,000. Did they cure cancer? They did cure cancer, actually. Yeah. And I love Leonardo DiCaprio when he talks about the scene where he is just blitzed out of his mind in the movie, and he's very confidently going to his car and driving it, and he's great. And then you get there and you see he destroyed everything. Yeah. Him talking about the video of the guy in the liquor store that was so drunk he could barely stand, but by God, he was determined to get his hands on that, like, 10-pack of beer, 12-pack or whatever. Yeah. And he was just like, the focus that this guy had. That's funny. And then John Bernthal's in it. Always a big fan.
Yeah.
Good like, cast. Again, good writing. Not my thing.
It's a great film. Just not for me.
Whew, boy, we skip a lot for me. I don't have anything till 28. So my family and I went and saw this movie. It had been in theaters a few weeks, and we were like, oh, we're not going to get tickets to it. So we went, and again, it had been out, I think, north of like 2 months at this point. Son of a bitch. We were the last 4 tickets available for that freaking showing, and we didn't sit together. I think my mom and stepdad sat together. Samantha was in one place. I think I was on the front row by myself. Yeah. And, I mean, this place was packed like 2 months after this movie came out. This movie, word of mouth, in my lifetime, I think this and Avatar are probably like the highest word of mouth movies that I remember.
The Dark Knight is one of those true like phenomenon movies that just kept on going and going and going, for sure. We don't really have to say much about The Dark Knight. I think it is The Dark Knight, like quite possibly the best Batman movie.
I think maybe the best comic book movie.
The next one I have on my list is The Departed,
Same.
at 31. I already talked about this a little bit when we talked about Wolf of Wall Street.
Yep.
I love The Departed.
Dude, Jack Nicholson's my favorite actor ever. He just kills it in this. Everyone kills it in this. Martin Sheen does get killed in this.
Yeah, what a cast. What a
stacked fucking cast.
Like, I think it is my favorite Scorsese movie, I think.
Fair. I think this one's also like the most like normal.
It's probably
movie?
The most accessible one.
Yeah, I fucking love that we go from The Departed to Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Like, thank goodness
Like,
these movies are so similar.
Yeah, what a complete 180.
Yeah.
Bridesmaids is really funny.
It is extremely funny. I feel like it's just easily funny too.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is just a lot of. Sometimes you get a cast where it's a lot of funny people and it doesn't work. They're all trying to outdo each other. They're not working together very well. This is a very cohesive cast of funny people, and it's just like, fuck yeah. And this is the one that Melissa McCarthy just like launched her career from.
Yeah. And it's also just a legitimately like good movie.
It is. It's a very good movie.
And very well written.
Every time I see Maya Rudolph in the middle of the street in the wedding dress, just be like, oh no, oh no. And she just like shits herself in the middle of the street. I'm like, this movie's something special.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we're at WALL-E.
Yeah, WALL-E is the first Pixar movie on this list, I believe. WALL-E's very good.
I didn't like it. I found it very boring. Like, so boring that I'm like, why do people like this? It's cute. It's a cute movie. I think it should have been a short film.
Yeah, I think the big thing that gets a lot of people there is that the first like half of it is basically just a silent film.
Yep. I was like, there's too much of the word WALL-E.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're basically just following WALL-E along his world, which is fine. I have more patience for that than you. But
if I'm gonna watch something, you need to give me a reason to watch it. Like, I really do. I feel that way. I feel like you need to give me a reason. Setting up the Earth stuff is fine. I don't need 35 minutes of it. That's too much.
So would you have put a different Pixar movie from the 21st century ahead of it?
I'd have put The Incredibles up here.
That's fair.
I think The Incredibles is every time I go back and rewatch it, I'm like, fuck, this is a well-written movie.
Yeah.
Like, it surprises me.
The Incredibles is very good.
And then I'm out for a hot minute.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm out until 43.
Oh, you've seen Old Boy?
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen Old Boy. I have watched the remake with Josh Brolin and Elizabeth Olsen.
There's an American remake of Old Boy?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that. Yeah, I've seen the original. It is. Do you know what? Like, haven't? Oh wait, you said you have seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not the original. I've seen the remake.
But you know, like, what the story twist
like
is.
the big twist, yeah.
Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, it's a very famous twist.
Yeah.
And
very, very well made movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the ones. I watched this because I watch Godzilla so much. I'm very fine with having to read subtitles on a movie.
Yeah.
So I think this was one that I was just sort of watching a bunch of shit in different languages for a while. And this was definitely one that stuck with me. I don't know if it's because I don't know if it's like Criterion or something, maybe started recently releasing a digital version of this.
Yeah.
That this movie has kind of come back into the dialogue of film here in the last couple years.
Yeah. Old Boy's always been very well regarded, but a lot of people haven't talked about it for a long time.
I think a lot of people hadn't actually seen it either. Yeah. I watched it long enough ago. I don't entirely remember how I watched it.
Yeah.
Like, shit, this may have been like a Netflix DVD that I got. Like, I don't remember how long ago.
It's possible, because what year does it say it came out? It came out in 2005.
Yeah.
So that would have been right around like Netflix era.
And see, that's what kind of makes me think it was a Netflix DVD, because that was when I was watching all the Godzilla movies.
Yeah.
And I honest to God think I probably saw something in a different language, and I was just like, sold.
I know we talked a little bit before about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood already, so we both seen that one.
Stupidly good film.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, for the love of God, go watch it.
It's very good. It is one of Tarantino's best.
I think there's a strange, like, it's almost his most competently well-made movie. Maybe not competent. Confidently made?
Yeah.
I don't know. There was just something about this one that hit a little differently.
Yeah.
In a very, very good way.
It's fair.
But it was good. Very, very good.
Yeah.
And then, Moneyball. I feel like you were recently talking to me about watching it.
I probably mentioned it at one point. I just watched it for the first time like a month ago or something like that.
That may have been
It's a good movie. It's nothing to write home. It's nothing to write home about. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's about a guy who uses statistics to get better at baseball.
Huh. You know what? Moneyball. Probably should have seen that coming.
Yeah.
I guess I never really thought about what it was about.
Very good. Brad Pitt, very good in it. Jonah Hill, really good in it actually, playing a more serious character.
I like him when he does more serious acting.
Yeah. So. And then 50 is Up.
Fuck Up. This movie broke me the first time I watched it.
It's a really good movie.
It is a remarkably good
but
movie.
But everybody knows how sad this movie is. That first like 5-10 minutes is so just heartbreakingly moving. And
it's so good. You know, I'm very, very glad. To be honest, if I had to pick an animated film to be on this list, Up is like top 5.
Yeah.
Like the idea that people will watch it however many years from now, still listen to the music however many years from now, and it's going to hit just as hard then as it does now.
Now here's the real question. Would you put it above The Incredibles? Since they are both Pixar films.
For quality of movie, yes. I like The Incredibles more.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm just saying straight up. All right, let me take a minute. The Incredibles. Dash in The Incredibles kills more regular humans than the entirety of the movie Doom that stars The Rock and Carl Urban and Bill Duke. More regular people die at the hand of a child in The Incredibles than in the entirety of Doom. Thank you for your time. I'm not wrong. I've done the math.
You feel better getting that off your chest?
A little bit. People should know. Dash is murder.
Okay.
But yeah, Up is extremely good. The next one we were talking about a little bit ago, I saw 12 Years a Slave when it came out. I don't remember it that well. I always can. What was the one that used the McConaughey one?
The Free State of Jones.
I always mix up those two movies to the point like I forget some of the actors that are in one versus the other.
Right.
I have seen it. I have heard good things. You know, I just don't remember it.
Yeah. It's a very good movie. Very well regarded. Chiwetel Ejiofor and Benedict Cumberbatch. Number 54 is Pan's Labyrinth.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've watched it, though. It is one of the most deeply unsettling movies I've watched.
I think this might be like the most Del Toro movie I've seen. Like this is just like him peak on all cylinders.
This is that true Del Toro horror meets fairy tale sort of thing that he really delved into.
When I go back and rewatch it, I'm surprised at how fucking beautiful this movie is.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh my god, some of the imagery, the character designs, the fucking imagination this bitch ass dude has. Yeah. He is so good at what he does.
Yeah.
And the end, oh Jesus God, the end. Well, I'm gonna spoil that one because I know that's a movie not a lot of people have seen.
Yeah, Pan's Labyrinth is. If you know Guillermo del Toro's work, you know it's different.
Yeah.
But it is phenomenal.
Look, if you know it's going to be well made, you know Doug Jones is going to be in it. And I will say this one, it is in Spanish.
Yeah.
But it is, I think the most Del Toro you can get in a very, very good way.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what Del Toro does with that Frankenstein movie later this year.
I'm so excited.
I'm so hyped.
Number 55 is Inception.
Yeah, Inception. Good movie. Not anywhere near my favorite Christopher Nolan movie.
I one thing I like about it, this is the movie that made me kind of discover Tom Hardy.
Fair.
So I appreciate that. This one came out when we were in college, and this is one that kind of blew up.
Yeah.
I remember us going to see this at the us being my friends.
Yeah.
Going to see this at the Asheville Brew and Views, which was like $1 movie, and then you can buy pizza and shit in the back.
Yeah.
And all of us left were like, "That was so great!" And then one person's like, "Did you understand the ending?" And we're all like, "No, but we don't care." It's a weird movie. It's trippy. Ken Watanabe is in it. Always a good time. Yeah, Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Is it Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
I believe he's in it.
Yeah, he's the designer, builder person.
Yeah.
Good cast, good movie. I don't know that I'll ever watch it again.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept for the movie. It's just... I love Christopher Nolan. Sometimes he gets a little too cerebral.
I was going to say, do you think this is too much Nolanism?
It might be a little too much for me.
I have heard Tenet is pretty up there too.
Yeah, I have not seen Tenet, so
I've heard a few people say that that's maybe Nolan being a little too Nolan.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, to each their own.
You know what? All of that brought us Oppenheimer.
I was like, fucking Oppenheimer,
okay.
dude. I'm out till 60. And boy, am I the fuck back in at 60, though. My God, I've lived that movie.
60 is where I go as well. This is Whiplash.
Fucking Whiplash. All right, look. I went to school for music, all right?
Mm-hmm.
I was in a very high-performing jazz band.
Yeah.
I am a little scared at how much this shit mirrored what we went through. Not the physical abuse.
Yeah.
We were never hit. Well, I was stabbed a few times.
Unintentionally, I'm sure.
No. But like the verbal abuse and the psychological abuse, dude, we used to do this shit. Like just absolutely destroying us and then being like, why aren't you better at this? Why aren't you good? Why is everyone quitting? Why does no one want to do this anymore? Gee, I fucking wonder why. Great fucking movie, though.
Yeah, really, really great movie. Like, J.K. Simmons at his peak.
Dude, he's so good.
Like, I remember him sweeping the Oscars, the award ceremony that year. Like, he was a shoo-in for the Oscar.
Appropriately so.
Rightfully so. Like, great performance. Miles Teller is one of those who, like, I like him in some things, and then I dislike him in others. I know you're kind of the same way with him. He's very good in this.
I really liked him in this.
And, yeah, I did not live the jazz band life like you did, or like Damien Chazelle did, apparently. But it's kind of funny. The blurb here actually says that Chazelle has said that he drew inspiration from Full Metal Jacket as he explored the idea that excellence, like combat, demands total discipline and surrender to self.
That's depressing.
Can you relate to that?
A little bit.
Do you feel like you've lived Full Metal Jacket?
You know what? Let me give you an idea of the ear training exercise we would do. We had a metal can of clams, and if you heard someone mess up in jazz band, you had to chuck the can at them. You had to hit them with the can and tell them what they messed up. Your goal was to get rid of the can of clams. So you would have to listen to other people mess up so you can pelt them with this metal can of clams, and at the end of the semester, whoever had it had to eat it. So that's what we would do, is throw things at each other in class. Good times.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm not fucking joking. It was a can of clams. It looked like a can of tuna, and we used to throw it at each other. I mean, sometimes we would just like politely be like, there was one time Justice just tapped my shoulder and he's like, you know, and I was like, okay, that's fair, thank you, because we played something. I shit all over it.
Did you ever have to eat the clams?
No, Travis did once. Got really sick, like throwing up things he ate 10 years ago, kind of sick.
But yeah, Whiplash, really great movie. Go watch it if you haven't. My next one is gonna be a couple down.
You haven't seen Kill Bill?
I've not. That's one of the Tarantino films I haven't seen.
So it is Kill Bill Volume 1. I think it is vastly superior to the second one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's better in so many ways. The fight against the Crazy Eight? The fight at the end is excellent. This movie is very well done, very well made. The first time I watched this, I did not enjoy it. It took. This is, I think, maybe Tarantino. Maybe at his most Tarantino.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy this one the first time, but I kind of got it a little later.
Yeah.
And yeah, the second one, I like bits of it more, but I'm one of the people that thinks the ending's a little anticlimactic. So, but yeah, the first one is, I think, very good. My next one's 64. Gone Girl.
Yeah, I've seen Gone Girl. Another David Fincher.
Yep.
David Fincher's on a lot of this.
He's good.
David
Director.
Fincher's great. Gone Girl.
Don't talk too much about the plot, because this is one that if you
Yeah.
haven't seen it, you should go see it.
Yeah, you should see it. There's not really a lot of plot to go on that we can talk about there. It was fine. Like, I didn't go crazy over it like a lot of other people did.
I think it's a good movie once.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
Yeah.
I say that. I think I've seen it twice. I think watching it once without the twist, watching it once with the twist, you're good.
Yeah, the twist is very much necessary.
Yeah. But it is a good movie. Good cast.
Yeah.
Speaking of good movies and good cast, motherfucking Oppenheimer.
Yeah, this is where we get Oppenheimer. I would personally have this up a little higher.
So fucking higher.
But,
Like, number one.
Yeah, I don't know if I would put it number one.
You're right. Two Towers should be number one.
But we've talked in depth about Oppenheimer.
So
we don't
good.
need to beat a dead horse with it.
No.
Christopher Nolan's best film, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So far. Very much looking forward to the Odyssey next year, though. Where are you at next? Have you seen The Hurt Locker?
Oh, yes. Yes. The Hurt Locker. Have you?
Yes.
Very good movie.
Yeah.
This one is always the one that I get a kick out of, because The Hurt Locker was done by Catherine Bigelow.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be married to James Cameron.
You're going to bring up the whole...
It's so funny because it's like
funny story.
the year that Avatar came out, everyone is like, Avatar is going to sweep the fucking Oscars. It's going to kill everything. It didn't. The Hurt Locker constantly beat out Avatar for like multiple things. And the fact that it was made by his ex-wife, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think The Hurt Locker is that good. I think it's
Yeah.
very good. I personally think that this is one of those ones that had they cast a different lead actor, I don't think it would have worked as well.
Yeah.
I think having fucking Hawkeye, why am I blinking? Jeremy Renner. I think Jeremy Renner does a very good job of being like, he's a very human person in this, but there's also something like off about him.
Yeah.
In a kind of twisted but kind of good way. Anthony Mackie the whole time is just like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's a good movie, but I think there are better war movies of this time frame, this era.
Yeah.
But this one is a bit different because it's kind of like a war movie that's not a war movie.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's fair. Yeah. I will say it is probably one of those that like won Best Picture that at the time seemed good, but maybe isn't a win that's aged quite as well.
Fair.
Still very good movie.
Good movie. I still watch it once in a while. Yeah, my list moved. Yeah, I'm still down to 73.
Yeah,
then.
that's where I'm at next, and this is Ratatouille.
This is the one I was like, fucking Ratatouille's on this list? And you were immediately like, abso-fucking-lutely Ratatouille's on this list. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I remember it being fine.
Ratatouille is a really, really good movie.
Chris, if you happen to be listening to this, I'm sorry that I borrowed your Ratatouille DVD and literally just never gave it back. I think my sister maybe took it.
That sounds about right.
I borrowed it from him back when this movie came out, and I know I never gave it back.
Look, you've already admitted to stealing like half of his N64 games too. So
Yeah.
So
I borrowed Resident Evil 5 from him for so long that when I finally gave it back, he was like, I forgot I owned this game. Which is my bad.
Yeah, Ratatouille is really great. Honestly, of the Pixar movies that have been on this list so far, it would be up there with Up. I think on a personal level, I would put it above Up. But that's just me personally. I really love Ratatouille.
That's fair. I need to watch it again. I'm out till 76.
Here's Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah. If you're not aware, it's the Odyssey.
Yeah.
But in like a Southern Tale version thing.
Yeah, it's a retelling of the Odyssey in like 1930s deep South. George Clooney, Tim Blake Nelson, and I don't know the third guy's name off the top of my
I know
head.
who he is, but I don't know his name.
It is Tim Blake Nelson. Yeah, it is. I see his face on the
Yeah.
little GIF they got here. Uh,
They could
they-
not have cast a more perfect three.
no,
Just never in a million years could they have. And the fucking Cyclops being
Is
John Goodman, like
Yeah.
they just we're never gonna beat that.
Yeah, the three guys are on a chain gang in 1930s deep South. They escape prison and they go on an odyssey. So, uh, if you haven't watched it, go watch it.
It is a remarkably charming movie.
It is.
This is one that holds up so well.
It's also the Coen brothers. They've shown up at least once already on this list that we've talked about with No Country for Old Men.
Mm-hmm.
So go watch it. It's really good.
Very entertaining, and I think a very good watch with a group of people.
Yeah.
Like I would say family movie. I don't know if I want to say family friendly. I don't remember how risque it might
Yeah,
get. I don't feel like it gets out there.
I don't feel like it gets out there, but I'm hesitant to say that it's like watch it with the
Yeah,
kids
watch it with
sort of
kids.
thing.
But very, very good, very enjoyable.
And then the next one. Have you watched
No.
Everything Everywhere All at Once?
No, got put on the back burner, and I just haven't gotten to it yet.
It is a really good movie. Really enjoyable.
I love the cast.
Really fun.
All of them.
I feel like this entire episode is just us talking about really good movies, which makes sense. But this one has its own charm. The hype around this movie when it came out and it was getting all the awards buzz and everything else. I was like, there's no way this thing is that good.
I will say that mentality is one of the reasons I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, but it is that good.
If I dislike anything, I'm holding you personally responsible.
Look, we've already done this with Banshees of Inisherin, okay?
Oh God.
But really fun. It's a multiverse movie. So Michelle Yeoh and Kiwi Kwan.
I was like, you almost said Kiwi Kwan.
Kiwi Kwan
Kiwi Kwan.
is they're both really charming with each other, and it's just a really
Those are also two just very charming people.
Yeah. Seeing him on the awards circuit that entire year, like his interactions with Harrison Ford and everything, it's just he had so much joy
Yeah.
to him.
Did you ever watch season 2 of Loki?
I have not seen it.
His character is introduced in season 2 of Loki. My favorite possible introduction they could have had for a character in that, because that's a movie or that's a TV show that by the time you're up into season 2, you've got your core group of people. Dude, these are strong fucking actors in this shit.
Yeah.
And to throw only one more person in that mix, you got to be swinging for the fences, and he does. And his character's name is Ouroboros, which is just fucking badass.
We'll have to watch Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I would like to.
sometime. It's very good. I can't say 100% certainty that you'll enjoy it, but I think you will.
It seems much more up my alley.
Yeah.
Like the stuff I've seen of it, it's hard not to just think of hot dog fingers.
Yeah.
But the stuff that I've seen of it, I think I would enjoy.
Because it's a multiverse thing. There's a lot of abstract thoughts and
Yeah.
things going on, but it's a lot of fun. I'm at 81 next.
Sure. I think I'm 85.
Okay.
Black Swan. That's the not Nicole Kidman.
Natalie
Portman
as the ballet dancer. This is
It's Aronofsky. I think I've only seen the end of it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen all of it.
It's if you've seen one Darren Aronofsky movie, then you know exactly what you're getting with Black Swan.
Yeah, that was one. I think I started watching it way back when because everyone's like, it's a really scary horror movie, and then I started watching. I'm like, is this a wrong movie? This is about ballet. What the?
It's not scary. It's a psychological horror movie, and it's
a little bit of body horror stuff too.
Yeah, and body horror. It's not gross out body horror. It's much easier to watch than something like what was that one that was big last year? It's escaping my mind. Substance, or even like The Fly or something like that. this one's a lot easier to watch.
You're talking about body horror, boy. You swung for the fences with big names real fucking quick. But yeah, I'm down to 85.
But yeah, Black Swan it's a good movie. I've only watched it the one time. Yeah, 85 now is Anchorman.
Anchorman.
The Legend of Ron Burgundy.
I cannot believe this movie ended up on this list. Like, I'm glad that it did, but I'm very surprised.
Because of it being just kind of dumb comedy.
Yeah.
Dumb Will Ferrell
like,
comedy.
People tend to really shit on, funny anything.
It depends on if it's smart and if it's satire.
I was going to say, this one is very dumb in a very smart way.
Yeah, it's a very smart satire of sort of what they're going for on this.
Brick killed a guy.
Very much like A+ comedy cast.
Oh yeah.
Even had quite a few big names that weren't quite big yet in it, if I remember correctly.
There were in the first one when they get to the end where it's the fight scene with all the other news channel people. There's a surprising number of people that show up that are like right on the cusp of kind of getting big. Because when you had the big fight in the second one, no, it's Will Smith, it's Liam Neeson. You're just getting like A-listers at the end of that one.
I've never seen the second one.
Do you know about the fight?
I don't.
It's oh Jesus God, it's Will Smith, I think Kanye West, Vince Vaughn, fucking oh my God, I'm blanking on so many people's names. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, Harrison Ford, Liam Neeson, John C. Reilly. It's just like every single person that comes in. And like Brick just pulls out a gun. They're like, what is that? He's like, this is a gun from the future. And then later on someone's like, oh my God, he's got a gun from the future. And he like blows up a building with it. It's so Harrison Ford is a werewolf thing, but I think it's some other animal. John C. Reilly, I think, is like Confederate ghost soldier too. We've got to fucking see that one.
What the hell is this movie?
Oh, dude, we gotta see it. But yeah, Anchorman is extremely good, extremely funny, easy to laugh at. It's just good time.
Yeah.
After that, I'm down to 87, the best movie on this list by a fucking landslide.
Bradley's third favorite film of all time.
Should have been top 3, easy fucking peasy. It's Lord of the Rings. They put the Fellowship of the Ring. I would not have put that. I would have put the other two before that. But I get it. Because it's the first one.
I think this is one of those where, like I was saying to you before we started recording with the AFI lists, it's not just about the quality of the movie. It's about sort of the impact of the movie as well on cinema.
Brendan.
And
Return of the King has the greatest cinematic moment in the history of film. I'm not wrong. But go ahead. Continue your wrong statement.
But without Fellowship of the Ring, you would not have gotten Return of the King or Two Towers.
So we are looking at what helped create the perfect product, not the perfect product, and listing 100 greatest films of all time.
You're just being pedantic about this right now.
I'm being a little shitty, yeah. Fellowship of the Ring is a great film. Every time I rewatch it, though, the scene in the woods with the Nazgul, I'm like, Jesus God, this takes too fucking long.
Yeah.
Every time I watch the second one, when they're with the Ents and they're talking, I'm like, Jesus God, this takes too fucking long. And the third one, every time he's going up to Shelob, I'm like, Jesus God, this takes too fucking long. But those are the only 3 things, one thing in each movie that I'm like, all right, Peter, let's fucking hurry this shit up, bud. But no, it's fantastic. Lord of the Rings, perfection. I swear to God, every time I rewatch 1, 2, and 3, at the end, I genuinely sit there and I'm just like, I don't know if we're capable of this again. I just don't. I like how epic. When you hear all the behind-the-scenes stuff, all the stories, all the shit about how they filmed it just back to back and the work that went into it, I just don't know that we're capable of that anymore.
Which is unfortunate, dude, because there's true artistry in that way.
Right? When you hear the fucking story about people, hey, we make chainmail. And that's what they did for like 4 years, is making chainmail for these films. Ah, man, it's so fucking good. It's perfect. I've only got maybe 3 or 4 more on the list. I'm out to 92.
Yeah, that's where we're at next. That's Gladiator.
Are you not entertained? No!
We've talked a little bit about the first Gladiator in terms, in regard to how much it did everything so much better than Gladiator 2 did. Uh,
Yeah.
um,
Some of the fights in 2, I'm like, it is clear that this is better done than in the first one, but I still like the first one more.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, the first one's just fucking epic, dude. It is just a fucking epic ass fucking movie. Great cast, great writing, great set pieces.
The thing that always gets me about Gladiator is that you care about all of the people, even though there's not a lot to the actual characters.
Yeah.
Like, Maximus is really a pretty, I don't want to say bland character, but he's very much just like one thing.
Yeah.
He's one thing as a character. All of the side characters are one thing. The most interesting character in it is Commodus, because he's got so much stuff going on, and Joaquin Phoenix is just doing his thing.
Yeah.
But it is such an effective movie, and it just makes you, it hits all the right notes to tug at your heartstrings and make you feel exactly what you need to feel and what you're supposed to feel in that moment.
Yeah.
Like, it is a great feat by Ridley Scott.
Boy, they shit on a lot of it in the second one.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I've only got 2 more on the list, as I've got 96 and 100.
Yeah, the next one is Black Panther, the lone Marvel movie to make it onto this list.
I want to say fair, but it's not the one I would have picked.
Which one would you have done?
Probably fucking Endgame. Endgame is just too, like, the culmination of everything just adds so much to that movie.
Yeah.
But when you talk about quality of a movie, probably fucking Infinity War.
Yeah.
I think Infinity War is probably a bit better.
Yeah.
But I really like Black Panther. The cast is great. The fucking one thing I remember telling you a while back about the movie The Great Wall.
Yeah.
I remember telling you, I'm like, it's not necessarily a good movie, but what they do with colors so often in this is so striking and so intentional in a great way. This movie is very similar. I always think of when they have where they pull in the water and they have their like fight thing down there, and you look up and you see all the people, how fucking colorful it is, and the way they each move in a different way. I'm like, this is so fucking well done.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one, I get this movie being on here. Again, not what I would have picked, but I definitely understand why they did.
Yeah, Black Panther makes sense. It is one of those. It is one of the rare Marvel movies. I think it's actually the only Marvel movie that got nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars.
That's fair.
So, really, I really enjoy it. Probably in my top 10 favorite Marvel movies, not in my top 5. Ryan Coogler really directed his butt off in that one. But Black Panther might not even be my. It's definitely not my favorite Ryan Coogler movie.
Fuck no! Are you shitting me? Sinners exists. What the fuck, dude?
Sinners and Creed, I think, go above that one.
I don't like boxing. Sinners.
Creed is
Well,
just
how
like
you gonna compare those two? Boxing, vampires, bro.
you need to watch Creed.
You need to watch more vampire movies.
Creed.
I've watched all of them.
Creed is just like Rocky in the sense that the boxing is there, but it's not about the boxing.
I also don't like Rocky. That's not entirely true. I haven't actually seen most of them, but still.
We'll check it out sometime.
I am open to watching Creed. I do really like Ryan Coogler. I do think that, again, there's just a certain level of like competent confidence that exists in his movies where I'm like, this is, like I mentioned the color thing. It's like he doesn't just do stuff well. I feel like everything is so intentional.
Yeah.
Like he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
And then Sinners, we watched it recently. Fucking blew my mind.
Yeah.
This dude is so talented. Michael B. Jordan is always a good time.
Yeah.
I just have so much love for him. And then I'm fucking Forrest Whitaker is in Black Panther. He's one of my favorites. He's not in it long.
Not
but
for long.
Great fucking movie.
Yeah, Black Panther's great. Sinners is great.
The only other one for me is 100.
Number 100 is Superbad.
I think this movie is what started us having a conversation about this list in the first place.
Yeah.
Because the idea of Superbad being number 100, fucking hilarious, but also very fitting. Like, talk about a fucking influential movie, man. We quoted this shit like crazy when it came out.
Oh, yeah, this thing was big for us who were, like, in high school and stuff.
We were
like,
the perfect
2000s.
age group for this.
Like, Superbad is... Every generation has that defining sort of teen comedy thing that they've got. Like, the 80s had, like, John Hughes movies, like Breakfast Club.
See, Breakfast Club is the one I was thinking
or
of.
something like that. The 90s had probably, like, She's All That or something.
Maybe.
But this one was our generation's teen comedy. And this is one of the few things that I can actually stand to watch Michael Cera in.
Fair.
Michael Cera's fine. I get why people enjoy him. He's just but Jonah Hill knocked it out of the park in this. Emma Stone's big breakout role.
Yeah.
Just really funny.
Fucking McLovin.
The birth of McLovin.
Oh my god.
Like the source of 1,000 memes.
Yeah, dude. Still remarkably quotable movie. Still to this day. Great movie. I always loved the two cops where I'm like, I remember watching it way back when and be like, look, if I was a cop, that's the kind of cop I'd be. They see a red light, nope, turn on their lights, drive through it, turn their lights back off. I'd be fired so fast.
Yeah, Bill Hader and Seth Rogen playing the cops as the big comic relief really
Seth
helps
Rogen
sell this.
Rocking some fucking facial hair, dude.
Yeah. But yeah,
if you somehow haven't seen it, God, go see it.
Go watch it. Superbad is one of those movies you just have to watch.
Yeah, very transformative.
It's so good. And that's a brief run through of the top 100 movies as voted by many professionals working in Hollywood. Go check out the list for yourself. Maybe I'll try to include like a link to a list somewhere. Probably not the New York Times one because not everybody will have access to it.
Yeah, you had to send me a list from a different site, but it was the same list.
But check it out and see how many you've seen, especially the ones that we may not have seen that you might have seen.
And also let us know if there's anything you think should have been on it. You know, like Lord of the Rings: Two Towers. I can't believe there wasn't a Star Wars movie on this list. Empire Strikes Back should have been on this fucking list.
Wasn't. It did come out in the 21st century.
Revenge of the Sith should have been on this list. Fight me. Fucking fight me, bro. I'm right. I can see you get annoyed because I am right.
I've got nothing to say.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Just a quick rundown of the top 100. Like I said, let us know your thoughts. And in the meantime, I'm Bradley.
And I'm Brendan.
And this has been Story Proof.